is one of the most powerful tools in activating qi and learning to balance our yin and yang, our masculine and feminine. The way it does this is through holding various postures. For instance, this is the tree pose, one of the most famous ones. And basically holding an erect spine, a strong posture, bent knees, and just practicing deep breathing and relaxing all the muscles. So it's maintaining that masculine rigidity, that posture, the skeletal structure. It's the yang, and the yin is the relaxation. So imagining as we hold this posture that we're just letting our muscles just melt off the bone. Breathing deep and releasing. And the longer we stand here, the stronger the resistance gets, right? You start to feel just a tiny bit of fatigue, just a little bit of tiredness in the muscles. It gets a little more difficult to continue holding it, just gradually over time. And we just keep coming back to breath. We keep coming back to the posture, keeping that spine erect, chin slightly tucked, holding the posture. Sometimes it helps to imagine you have pillars underneath your hands, your arm, imagining imaginary supports under your arms. And just continuing to breathe, to scan the body, and to notice where the tension is arising. Or is it locking up? Where are you contracting? And just consciously breathing into those areas and relaxing. I know for myself, a lot of the tension can either go into the shoulders up here. I'll constantly be relaxing, or also my pelvic floor, my hip area. A lot of just held tension down here. You know, this is kind of the default for most of us. It's our jaw, our shoulders and neck, and our pelvic floor are where we tend to contract when we're in the sympathetic nervous system response. So what we're doing, just like an ice bath, is we're meeting the resistance with breath, with softening, with relaxation, with a smile even. Smiles really help in this practice. And just being like water. Water which can flow around the rock, the resistance. Water which is unstoppable. You know, once water finds its way into a crack, like it may take some time, but over time, I mean, water moves mountains, carves canyons. It's unstoppable. And the water is this relaxation, this fluid energy. Just letting ourselves continue to melt as we stand here. Our feet are about shoulder width apart, slightly bent, kind of in a horse stance. You can get more or less into a horse stance. I don't go too deep, but some people do. And that's it. So this first position is the tree stance, tree pose. Imagine your arms around a tree, about heart height is what I like to do. Hands faced inward towards the heart, little triangle there. One other little thing you can do in this practice is expand your fingers, kind of stretch your fingers outwards, open up your hands a little more. That helps open up this Lao Gung point. And you'll notice, especially when you're deep in it, if you catch yourself, your attention drifting and you bring it back, you open the hands up, you'll feel a shot of energy, kind of, you know, an awareness kind of come through the circle that you're creating, this arc. So this is the tree stand. The second one, I like to call this the cactus stance. But it's basically just like a cactus, arms slightly upturned towards the sun, face towards the sun. And I just like to come up like this. Hands up, face up, breathing here. Breathing deep into the lower belly, again, scanning the body. Noticing also your balance point. Are you tipping forward or back? Just find that real sweet spot where you can really relax, especially your ass cheeks. Notice that. Notice shoulders, ass cheeks, jaw, what's being clenched. And can you soften and relax while holding this posture? So that's the second pose. And the last pose is wading in the river, as I call it. And this one's real simple. It's basically, if you imagine you're about waist deep in a river of water, just take your hands outwards, place it right on the surface of the water, just like this, and breathe deep. Hold this position. Knees slightly bent. Oh, and again, tongue to the roof of the mouth, as in all our Qigong practices. This connects the Renmai and the Du-Mai channels. Same thing. Breathing deep into the belly, scanning the body head to toe. Where's the tension being held? I can even feel it in my ass cheeks right now. Just releasing it. Go, go, go. Tight ass, you know? That's what we're working through. So this is wading in the river. This one is not quite as difficult as the other two. You know, you're not quite as elevated, so this one you can usually go a bit longer. And yeah, you'll just start to feel, again, extending those fingers whenever you notice that they've gotten a little soft, extending them open again. You really feel the chi coming through your hands. Especially as, you know, if you start trembling a bit, that's normal. I really encourage you to see if you can get to the point of trembling. See if you can just keep softening into it and into it, into it. You're not going to hurt yourself. The trembling is just energy moving out of the body. It's opening up these channels. And you'll notice if you can reach that point, it's a lot like I talk about with the semen intention. When we're right on the edge of releasing the energy of, you know, dropping off, that is the sweet spot. That's the point of power. And that's where the masculine and feminine are just meeting and going up and up and up and up. As we're getting all this energy in us and we keep breathing and relaxing and holding it, and we like pass through thresholds. And before we know it, I mean, it just opens and opens, but we have to relax in order for the energy to move through us. If we clench up, we're just bottling it up. We're fighting it. We can't fight it. We have to be water. So this whole practice is about getting into the water element in our bodies and combining that with the rock, with being the structure. So this is the yin and the yang. And balancing the two, bringing the two into close proximity, into merging, which is the source of power and energy. And you will certainly experience it with this practice, unlike any others. So what follows will be a guided practice, which you can try. And I hope you enjoy it.